Hey, what's up, everyone? You are watching or listening to my comic book journey podcast. I'm your host, KNDY. And for this latest journal, we go into the past September 1977 with Mr. Miracle Volume 5, issue number 19. Comic company is DC Comics, and this one is written by Steve Englehart. Artist was Marshall Rogers, Ilya Hunch. Colorist was Liz Berube, and lettering was by Morris Waldinger. Let's look at this cover real quick. Definitely like that artwork right here from Marshall Rogers. Just looking at it closely here of Mr. Miracle. So let's go ahead and start. So from 1970 to 1973, the legendary Jack Kirby's Fourth World, which included the New Gods, the Forever People, and Mr. Miracle comic book titles, was released and entertained readers who wanted something new and fresh from the comic book legend. The connection to the DC universe was through the character Darkseid, the evil lord of Apocalypse who is seeking the anti-life equation to control the thoughts of all live beings. Trying to stop him is his son Orion, who is raised by Highfather and his enemies on New Genesis. But before New Genesis, represented by Highfather that is, and Apocalypse, represented by Darkseid, were involved in a major battle. To solidify neutrality, the two traded sons. Orion would go to Apocalypse, and Mr. Miracle would go to Highfather. While Orion opposed Apocalypse, Mr. Miracle was raised in a torturous childhood where he was raised by the ruthless Granny. But he could learn to become the world's greatest escape artist. While living with Highfather, Mr. Miracle would become a good man and would find love after meeting the powerful Big Barda. Mr. Miracle would have his own series, which lasted only 18 issues, while the New Gods and the Forever People would only last 11 issues before it was canceled. DC opted to downplay the Fourth World mythology, and Mr. Miracle would team up with Batman in The Brave and the Bold. And eventually, several years later, with issue number 19, Mr. Miracle would be revived by Steve Englehart and Marshall Rogers. And the issue would end in issue 25 in 1978 with Mr. Miracle's storyline not being resolved. Let's go see some of that artwork real quick here. Hold on here. It's pretty cool. Let me see if I can bring it right here. Yes, I can. There you go. Has that classic art that I love from the 70s. But let's go back here. So, as mentioned, with the return of Mr. Miracle nearly 5 years later since the last issue, issue 19 begins with an introduction to Mr. Miracle, how he is a new god with a strong heritage, a superhero who wages his own war with both earthly and unearthly foes. His name is Scott Free, a refugee from the gods' galactic wars, and how he is a super escape artist. As Scott, Mr. Miracle, and his girlfriend Big Barda are sharing a romantic time with each other, he hears a boom, and immediately his foes, Granny Goodness, Dr. Bedlam, Kanto, and Vermin Wunderbar, show up. And with the help of his mother box, he is able to hold his own against the four as with Barda, until she is grabbed by Dr. Bedlam's magic and the four escape with Barda. Unfortunately, due to the war, none of the gods can help Scott. Highfather tells him that he must get Barda on his own, and so Scott enlists his old friend Oberon and hopes to rescue Barda. But when he finds out their hideout, they threaten to kill Barda unless he comes by himself without the mother box. So how will Mr. Miracle fare without the magical powers that he gets from the box, and also without his incredible abilities? Overall, Mr. Miracle is a wonderful series, and for those who have followed Jack Kirby's Fourth World, while one possibly can find the series on eBay, others may want to check out the omnibus that are available, as they collect not just Mr. Miracle, but also the New Gods and the Forever People, but also stories featured in Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. For anyone who wants to know the origins of Mr. Miracle, especially DC Universe antagonist Darkseid, I want to check out the 4 available omnibus out right now. So check that out on Amazon. So that is Mr. Miracle. Very cool. Again, he was revived just to be canceled after what, 28 issues or so. That sucks. Oh, 25 issues, sorry. But at the same time, though, it's a cool character, and I did enjoy the comic book. Okay, everyone, you take care, and I will see you later. Wink, wink, and later, everyone. Bye-bye.